Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to get over into the grain shed here and put a load of barley back into the old chassis bin there, just so I could have some sort of an idea how much barley was left in this shed still to sell. But the problem with that is when I look at this grain, I still don't really have any idea how much is here, because I'm just terrible at looking at this amount of grain and guessing how much it is. But I'm thinking somewhere around 20 tonne. I know it doesn't look like much, but I tell you what, it's deceiving. It's very deceiving. So I'll get Dad to have a look, see what he reckons, but I'm going to say around 20 tonne. So I've got about 30 odd tonne in the bin over there, maybe another 20 in here, so probably about 50 tonne left all up, I think. Because you know what's going to happen. They're going to ring me up, the feedlotter, and they're going to say, how much barley you got left there? And I'm going to say, oh, I don't really know, but now I do know. Whoa! Be free! Okay, you don't need to follow me. I just said be free. Go and do something. So tomorrow morning, I am going to Kadina to a grain marketing workshop put on by Grain Growers Australia. See if I can't learn something about grain marketing, because that's definitely one area of my business that could use some work. So I'm going to go over to that. Now, the thing about going over to Kadina is that's where Vennings are, and where they make these augers, and where they make chaser bins and mother bins and all that sort of thing. And of course we've got the big auger rebuild job here going on at the moment, so that's just happened to work out really well. So I'm going to get organised. I'll probably take the trailer over, because we're going to get a stretch of flighting, some bearings and some other bits and pieces for this while I'm over there. So I'm going to get organised. In the morning we're going to head off. I might take you guys with me. Maybe we'll stop and have a look at a few of the crops on the way. And for anyone who's not from South Australia, you'll be able to see the difference it is from where we are here at Jamestown to, say, somewhere like Broughton or somewhere there, with timing and how much further along the crops are and all that sort of thing. I thought it might be interesting to do that. So anyway, I'm going to get connected up to the trailer and that, and then in the morning we'll head off. I gotta lug this bloody trailer all the way over there to pick up like 7 or 10 feet of flighting, which is a bit of a pain, but anyway, we'll get her done. Morning. Alrighty guys, so I just thought we'd do this along the way in a couple of spots. We're not even at Crystal Brook yet, so we're not even 30 minutes from home, and this is the difference in the crops. This is a wheat crop here, and have a look at this. I'm going to put up a clip of our wheat and then a clip of this wheat, and this is just so much more advanced than our crops. And it's just temperature, it just comes down to temperature. That's all it really is, but that is a beautiful looking wheat crop. And look, I don't know if they got any earlier rain here really, but things just grow so much quicker over here. Because we're just, don't quote me, I think we're at about 500 metres of elevation at Jamestown, and we just get a lot of frost, and it's just a lot colder. It's just a lot colder, you know, even if it's just a couple of degrees warmer over here throughout the winter, that makes a very big difference with how a crop will grow. So yeah, I think as we head this way to the southwest and we get to like the Upper York Peninsula, the crops will be even further along than this, which is just, it just blows me away, and it makes me jealous all the time. Rightio, hopefully whoever's paddock this is don't mind me having a quick look, but here is some Broughton wheat. We're just near Port Broughton at the moment, and holy smokes is that moving along. We are right by the ocean here, so it's always warmer. There's literally probably hardly ever any frost here, and yeah, wowee, that looks bloody awesome. As I suspected, things are further ahead here than they were near Crystal Brook. Right, I don't think I can make too many more pit stops because, well, I've got to get to this workshop. But yeah, throw a bit of August rain on some of these crops here, and they're going to be a long way to having some pretty decent crops. We're here. Let's see if we can learn something. Wowee, what a day. That was actually really interesting. There was a lot of the more technical side of grain marketing to do with options and puts and calls and hedging and all this sort of stuff that I've never really delved into in terms of grain marketing, so it was definitely worth coming to. There's also a lot of other information in there about where a lot of our grain from South Australia actually goes after we harvest it, and a bit of information on the domestic market. But yeah, definitely worth coming over for it. But oh, my brain's hurting a bit now, and I've got a lot to learn, I think. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go around to Vennings now and load up this stuff from there and back the other way. Now, two crops that are grown very heavily around our area, beans and canola. You will not hardly see a crop of them down this way, and that is because of these guys here, lentils. Big money in these guys. They can grow them really well down around here. But yeah, they love growing their lentils on the Yorke Peninsula and the Upper Yorke Peninsula. They've got the right soils for it. It's just something we can't really grow at home because our soils are just too heavy. We got very thick, heavy soils at home. Lentils prefer a more sort of free draining, lighter soil to grow in, and yeah, they just don't do well in our area, but they can grow them here, and they do, and there's good money in them, so good on them. You gotta be playing with me. Look at the size of this wheat crop already. That is unbelievable. Oh dear. Oh well, the tropical southwest, that's what I call it down here. They don't tend to get the frost. They don't have the elevation. Man, that's looking nice. Far out. Things just grow here. What can I say? Alrighty, so now that we're back, let's have a look at our earlier seeded wheat in comparison to what we saw out on the road. Not even comparable in any way. Oh dear. The old frosty country strikes again. The frosty cold country of Jamestown. Nothing wants to grow at this time of the year. Anyway, thought that might be interesting for people who aren't from South Australia. So I was thinking this morning I'd just clean out the ute and the trailer and get disconnected from it after bringing all that stuff back yesterday, but then I remembered I have prescriptions there to start spraying broadleafs out of barley, so I need one lousy 110 litre of AIM wine, but also I'm pretty sure there's a couple of 1,000 litre shuttles of glyphosate there I got to bring back. So I got the trailer on, I guess we'll do that. like it when I came back with air seeder parts, so that's good. Do you guys see anything there that looks a little unusual? These things break down in the shed apparently. That hydraulic cylinder must be leaking off internally or something like that, and it's sitting a bit slanty at the moment, isn't it? I think I better connect up to this and pump it back up. But before we do that, I should have the parts here to fix the park brake on this loader. So I'm not holding my breath, but either way, if they're wrong, I'm gonna pull it apart anyway and make damn well sure that we get the right parts. So anyway, I want to get that fixed because that's driving me absolutely crazy. I ain't gonna lie, these parts definitely don't look like they're going to be correct, but there's only one way to find out, and that is by ripping into it, trying to get it apart and seeing what we really need. Oh, you're kidding me. Here I was thinking this is going to be a fairly simple job. Oh no. Oh no. They could not make this any more challenging. And you know what? I'll probably pull this apart, the parts will be wrong, and then we'll be waiting another week for the right ones to come. I'll have to put it all back together and pull it all back apart again. Well, blow me down. That bushing looks like the right one, so we'll go change that over and put him back together. My highly technical knocking tool. I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, this is just what I've got. Rightio, new bush is in. Let's put it back together, see if she works now. Alright, I've just fast forwarded here because that was painfully fiddly and slow, but I've got it back together now, so let's see what it's doing. I think we are a good thing. Look at that. Oh, just nowhere near the amount of play in that now. So we are actually forecast to get maybe a couple of showers tonight, maybe only 2 or 3 mil if you're under the right cloud, maybe another couple tomorrow, but my oh my would we take it. But looks like it's just starting to brew up a little bit now, so hopefully we can get under something. New run of bearings, some new PVC over here. We've gone the double bearings on the end here. You get your adjustment up the end here for your chain, and so these bearings tend to take a little bit more stress, I think. So we've opted to double bearing it up the end there, which, yeah, hopefully these will be good for a while. I don't know, guys, I'm moving that hydraulic lever. We are connected and nothing is happening. Maybe that hydraulic cylinder's just completely let go internally and it's bypassing. I don't know, but this should be going up and down and it's doing nothing. Nothing surprises me anymore. Absolutely nothing. Well, they're definitely our depth control, and yes, they're supposed to go that way. They're back to front on this tractor. Very strange indeed. We might just circle back to that one when we got a bit more time. So you guys see that camera right there? That has never ever worked on the back of the Nitro since we've got it. Now, what is that there for? That is there for especially when you're driving down a main road, so you can see behind you to see if there's cars coming up behind you, because this thing's pretty wide, and if you're turning, it's good to be able to know whether there's cars or anything coming up behind you. But without that working, it's really hard to tell, and it's kind of borderline dangerous. So yesterday when I was at Vennings, I turned around and what did I see? A camera. So I'm going to swap this bad boy out, and yeah, we'll see whether that's going to work now, because that'll be really nice to have that working. But we're just going to do it the fast way, okay? Right, it's on. Now the $30 question is, was it the camera that was at fault, or was it something else? Here are your tools. We're about to find out. Yay, she's working. You beauty. That is nice. That'll make it a little bit nicer driving down the road now. I'll be able to see exactly what's coming up behind me. Okay everyone, I'm going to leave this video here now because I've got a feeling that this video is already way longer than it needs to be, but with that drive to Kadina, well, I was going that way anyway, and I thought for something different we'll go for a bit of a look around the countryside and see how things are looking. But yeah, I'm just going to keep tinkering away down here for the rest of the day, fixing a few things, cleaning a few things up, so nothing overly exciting. But we are heading away to Adelaide for maybe about a week. Tomorrow, I think, what's tomorrow, the 28th of July, so yeah, just have a little bit of a break, get away. We're talking maybe a chance of some rain at the end of next week, so I'm sort of hoping that comes off. If that does come off, probably need to get back because there's a bit of spreading and stuff that I'd like to get done, maybe some spraying. So footage may be a little bit light over the next week, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, just want to say thank you to everyone for watching the channel. Thanks for supporting the channel. We really do appreciate it, and have a good one. We'll see you next time.